All right, howdy, folks. Good morning, Gumby. I know you're on your coffee break. Not sure where everybody else is just yet. I had to take an unexpected break, so before I even got started. So today, yeah, it's been a day already, but I feel accomplished. Let's see. Saskatchewan does not do that. Yeah, I wish we didn't do it either. I honestly, I wish that we would stay like right where we are because we did that whole jump ahead an hour thing. So yeah, I don't care for that. But anyhow, yeah, I had to take a break before I got started. My neighbor came over. My neighbor from next door came over, and she had a nail in her tire and wanted it patched up. She's 80 something years old. Her daughter that lives in the house, she doesn't drive. Doesn't has some issues, and so anyway, that's the neighbor who her husband passed away back at Thanksgiving. So anyway, I got to go over and take the wheel off her car and run it down to the shop and get it plugged up, and come back and put it back on. Let me tell you, I am more out of shape than I would like to admit. Not really out of shape, like I wasn't out of breath, out of shape, but my muscles, like I pulled that muscle that runs just right along the side of your spine. Yeah, that's already screaming at me. And I know later today there'll be others to join in. So anyway, yeah, Gumby, they're really nice people. A little bit weird, but so am I. So doesn't matter. But yeah, they needed some help, and so I helped them out. And it was like I said, right before I was getting ready to start doing some stuff in here to get set up. So I've got to do some of that stuff. Go ahead and do it now before I come back over to the bench. I'm gonna be doing some Master Keying today, and trying to do it without a computer program, just so I can get the basics. I know the study guide says that the test doesn't go over complex master keying, so I'm going to do just some basic stuff to see if I've got it worked out in my head correctly, which that's always a crapshoot as to whether or not I've got anything worked out in my head correctly or not. But anyway, I'm going to try that. It's not going to be a long one today because the heater's broke and we had a kind of a cold front come in the past few days. So it's about 50 degrees out here in the shop. So we'll work up to the sweat. Let's see. Ooh, the ATM ate your card. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. I've never had an ATM eat my card. Fortunately, never had it. The newer ones for my credit union, I don't know if they can eat the card or not, because it's one of those you just slip it in. It's not a mechanical retractor to bring it in. You slip it in, it stays in there. So I don't know if they can eat the card or not, but that would not be fun. And happy birthday to your son, Gumby, by the way. Yeah, the only Master King I've done was that video that I did a while back where I master keyed 3 different quick sets and then cross keyed a 4th, which I know cross keying is a no-no, but I just wanted to show an example. Today it's only going to be like a 2 cut progression. So all the cuts will be the same except for the end 2, and that really goes back just to simplicity with my setup, not having a code machine. So that it kind of makes it easier. Let me grab the keys that we're going to be using, or at least grab one of them. There's the key right there. I don't know how well that's showing up right now. The back of the phone is facing towards me, so I can't see the screen directly. But it's a Schlage C Keyway 5-pin with 42234 bitting. And I'm going to make 2 changes with 1 master. So one of them I'm going to cut down to like 422 4-5 or 5-6 maybe. Yeah, 42256, and then the other one down to like 42267. That's still within max. So that way the first 3 pins will be the same for everything. I'll use this as the original master and then cut down for the changes. So that's what the plan is. Good morning, Alpha Centauri. Glad you're here. See, sorry, I got the camera pointed at the bench, over there at the key bench. But yeah, I'm gonna cut these down, and that way I can have a master with the current bitting of 42234, and then do 2 more change keys, and that way. Yeah, and then get some cylinders to pin up. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. Gumby, I know you're on your coffee break, and you may have to drop out while I'm over there. So if you do, before I get back to the comments, thank you for stopping by. And because of the time thing today with the delay and all that stuff, then I'm not sure when or where or if everybody else is going to join in. See, I've got about 4 people. Yeah, 4 people watching right now, according to the thingy. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these keys and then come back over here to the bench, and I'll get started pinning on stuff. I don't even have the pin kit out. Let's look at, see what you got. 2234, and then 54, and then 36. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that bitting actually, Gumby. In fact, let me write that down. That way I can have it over here. It should still be simple enough. That I can cut that with space and depth keys. Four, 2, 2, 3, 4. A 1, 4225 4, and a 2 42236. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's different enough. Instead of making complete cuts on the end there, and then that way I can pin it correctly. Yeah. Okay. All right, Gumby. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, and thanks for the bidding. That'll make it a little bit easier on me, I think. Alrighty, let's go cut these keys again. I still haven't been able to find my tripod thingamajig so that I can bring y'all over here to watch. And I hate that. I'll find it one of these days though. So let's come on over here and see if I can hurt myself further today than what I already have. I'll go ahead and clamp this up. Let's see. So I'm just going to run a duplicate since I'm not going any deeper than my current key, the key that's going to be my master key. I can duplicate off of the current one and then take the space and depth keys to knock down the subsequent biddings. So I'm going to duplicate two, and then I'll go back and cut down the other two progressions for the change keys. Alright, so for the first progression, we're only cutting down position number 4 from a 3 to a 5. I think I can do... let me look. Yeah, I think I'll be alright with that. Cutting down position 4 from a 3 to a 5 cut. Now, the second one, I'm cutting down position number 5 from a 4 to a 6 cut. We'll get this one in. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, here we go. There are keys. Put my spectacles back over here. Now we're going to reposition the camera. You can see what I have here. AA is the master. And then A1 will be the first change key, which is the 5/4 bitting. And then A2 will be the second change key, which is the 3/6 bitting. So let me write that on here. There we go. Alrighty, so let's grab a couple of cylinders. Trying to find the couple cylinders that I want to use for this. The ones that are already keyed, I don't really want to take, but I will. Alright, so here are our cylinders. Now, let's get tweezers and a follower. And at some point, we're going to need these. You know, pins sort of make the world go round when it comes to locks. So let's get this. Hey, Ken. I got your email the other day. And I'm sorry I've not replied to it yet. I will reply to it today, I promise. But yes, thank you for that. Yeah, just to do a recap, quick recap. I took just trying to do simple master keying because the study guide says that the state test really doesn't go into depth on master keying, and I think the biggest questions that are going to be on it are going to be about cross keying and not introducing random keys, and of course using the bidding list. But anyway, what I've got for this is I took my original pre-cut key, and which is one of the ones Jason sent me a long time ago. That's going to be the master, and the bidding on it was 42234. Gumby recommended some progressions because I'm going to have two change keys, and so the first one will be 42254, and then the second one will be 42236. So that's my bidding list right there. So I've just got to pin these up and see if I can figure out which master pins to use to build that up. Think I know. Maybe. Hey, Bear's back. And James, glad y'all are here. All right, so this one has no bidding or no pins in it. Save that one for last. Let's get this one. Get it disassembled. No, James, it's just standard Schlage style Kia knob cylinders that I'm using. Yeah, I don't have any SFIC stuff. I really don't have that much in the way of SFIC locks in my collection. And I really haven't invested anything as far as getting, parts or anything for it. Okay, turn that. I'm going to save these because I'm going to rekey them back to what they are right now. This one has 6 in it. So I will see, we've got to pull that 6th pin out of there. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, James, the change key as far as doing a master key system. Let's see. Okay, remove the number used for your master key. Okay. Ken, I'm trying to wrap my head around what you said here. Yeah, even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, odd or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Remove the number used for your master key. And the rest of the numbers will be your change key biddings. Okay. Are you talking about as far as pinning or cutting the keys? Because I've got the keys cut down to these biddings right here. Is that looking right to you? Because let's see. Okay. That applies per chamber. Well, what I'm using is to where I'm only progressing the last two chambers. I'm only using the last two chambers for master bidding. So the first three will be the same in all three. And then the master key will be the 3/4. And then the first change key will be 5/4. And then the second one will be 3/6. So I'm not sure still what you're... Okay. The Google Sheets. All right. Yeah, if yeah, just email it or send it to me by Twitter. Just let me know which one, Ken. Because if you do like 3 and 5, then you would do the difference between the lower number and the higher number. So that would be a 2. So you would have a number 3 pin topped by a number 2 master. And then for this one, like you would do the difference between 6 and 4. So you would have a 4 pin and then a 2 pin there. So you would actually use 2 master wafers with the number 2 bidding, which would be the 030. You would put the smallest pin you would put in here is a number 3, and then put a number 2 master wafer on it. And then here you would put a number 4 and put a number 2 master wafer on it. Right? Yeah, James, I'd love to see all this stuff. There's actually, let me see. There is okay, here it is. Let's see. There is a free website called mkcalc.com. mkcalc.com. If I can remember my password to it. There it is. All right. So the sort of my exercise today is to do this without software assistance, but you can come in, it's free to use. You can create one and just select your way through. Let's see. Does not have Schlage on here. It's Kwikset, Australian Lockwood, Sargent. Oh, yeah, it does have Schlage, 6-pin. But I wonder if, okay. Deepest bow cut, 9. Max is 7. Okay, and then you would hit next. Top master key is 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Two master key chambers. Max cuts alike, 3. Okay. And then you can do this. And then click there. Yeah, Master King makes my brain hurt. Hey, Anthony. No, actually, we're just getting started. I got a really late start. I didn't start till about 30 minutes ago. So yeah, we're going through Master Keying right now. And Brian, good morning. Thank you for listening. Keep your eyes on the road, please. Let's get angled back down here. Let's see. So yes, there is mkcalc.com for Master Keying. Let's go ahead and see if by some miracle I have figured this out with this bidding. To see, let's see, at the very least we can get the first 3 chambers populated, which is 4, 2, 2. So 4, 225. 4, and then 2 is 195. And then, let's see, for the top master key, it would be 3, 4. So 210. And 225. Need to reorder some pins soon. Okay, check this with our key. Okay, I grabbed key. That is the F keyway. Well, we know what that stands for. All right, hang on a second. Let me get... See, this is what happens when you don't rehearse. I didn't even look at that. So the F keyway and the C keyway will not work with each other. Even though they're both Schlage, they do not interconnect like that. And put the 6th one in here. If I'd looked at that before getting started today, if I'd had time to do it today, I would have seen that. Come on now. This one's got a driver pin for a top pin in the 6th chamber, as being oh so contrary. There we go. All right. Okay. Put this guy back together because he's different. Yeah, guys, Anthony, I'm like you. I've got the basic concept of it. But when it comes down to, some of that stuff, it's like, let's see. Hang on, yo. Hang on. Put some springs in this one, but it'll be okay. Make sure this is CQA. Yeah, the Ilco key guide, which I keep a bookmark to and keep saved as a PDF on my phone. Well, there's that, and then also in my study guide there is a whole section on keyways and such. Which way did I take that out of? See, that way is marked, so I think that's the front. We'll find out soon enough. Anyway, there we go. All right, let's get bottom pinned up. And check the bitting, master. Okay, that works. Now let's get the top pinned up. I'm really wanting to have to pin up, completely do the tops of these cylinders, but I guess we can. We'll get the last two here. Fish out a couple springs. It's not like we're in any rush today. Okay. There and there. I'm going to do this one to spec, so the last 2, 3, 4, top pin would be 237 as a top pin. There is no 237. So I'll do 200. Really need to do something different with the lighting in here. One of these days I'm going to give me a good overhead light over this bench. Okay. some more springs. 1, 2. And 3. Yeah, Ken, I was talking with Night Owl about that. It's like the, what is it, the Schlage E-Way, or the Schlage E keyway? So it'll go into a bunch of the different ones. Yeah, James, mine is too, and I really need to clean it out, or at least go in and make sure some of the links are up to date. That one's gone. Now I'm going to do the top pins of these others. Just going to leave them as is, because I'm running out of top pins. Put that on the order list as well. I know a lot of people got their economic impact payments today. I was one of them. However, I'm economically impacted for the last 4 months, so mine's going to actually go towards things like, well, it already has gone towards things like power bill and water bill and house payment, stuff like that. So I would really, really like a new television, but that ain't going to happen right now. It's going to be one of those things, if and when I get that raise that I'm hoping for. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to mark this. And I know there would be some situations where you would have a lock that was keyed only to the master key, but I know that's not typical. So, but I've got it here just for demonstration purposes. All right, this one also I am gonna have to top pin. Let's make sure. Yep. C. And get this apart. Hopefully I'll be getting my taxes back soon enough too. I'm actually getting back a decent amount this year. Surprised even me. All right, so for A1, we're going to do 42254. So 225. I know you guys watching me have been doing this forever. Just don't even have to think about looking at the measurements on the pin kit and then translating that into cuts and stuff like that. Y'all just know what it is, which is cool, and I understand that'll come with time. No, get back. Get in here too. So 195, 4225, which is 240. 240, and then 4 is 225. Man, I wonder if I've got some 225 pins in there. Okay, so now this is the first one where we're going to put some master pins in here. Let's look. Uh, Morning, GQ man. Yeah, Anthony, that would be cool to have a paper copy of the Ilko key book. Let's see. Now, Ken, that is awesome, but that's also kind of scary. You know, I'm an iPhone guy, and I find it freaky enough that when I get in the car in the mornings to go to work and my phone connects to the Bluetooth, it knows which location I'm going to, like what office I'm going to on that day based on my habits. That's a little bit freaky. It also knows which grocery stores I stop by on the way home from there. So yeah, I try not to use location-based tracking as much as possible. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to find like an open box at Best Buy or something like that. All right, so our master pins. This is for A1, which is what we just pinned. We're working on this. So I actually know the shallowest cut we need in here is a 3, not a 5. So we'll dump that 5 out. 5 goes back into 240. Okay, and then that would be a 3. So 3 is 210. 210 plus a number 2 master pin, which would be a 030. Should be one of these tiny guys right here. We'll put him in there. Okay. And then we gotta spring this. How many? See, we got 6 chambers in here, so we'll do these 4 and 5. I've got a spring poking through in there. Where's my pick? Where's my pick? My pick is the pick. Come on now. I hate doing this. That is not the entire spring, I know. But I ain't going digging any farther, just enough to get it out of the way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And don't tell me you've got a spring in you too. Yep. Well, if I got springs loaded in there, I just want to make sure. I'm not feeling one down in there though. It's weird. Let's look in here. That one's empty, I can see. I guess it goes to about the same. All right. These are 200. You see how that pin goes in without me adding a spring in there. Nope, just falls down in there, so. Alright. Drive in circles to confuse Google. Yeah. Yeah, cannot believe that. Good morning, Torch. Yeah, I was on YouTube. I mean, not with this channel, but I was using YouTube way before Google bought them. Yeah. You know, the freaky thing is that there was once upon a time, Jason and I were chatting on Twitter via direct message. God, that's going to be a difficult spring. And we're talking about something. I don't even remember what. And then was it there? No. I was on live and he was in one of my lives. And we were discussing something. And then, of course, right after I get off of there, like less than 5 minutes after, like there wasn't even enough time to get the video resolved onto YouTube. There's a video suggestion for whatever it was we were talking about that pops up on my YouTube, and I'm like, I screenshotted that and sent it to him, and I said, so this just popped up. And he's like, yeah, that's freaky. So I don't like. Now I see the grub screws. I could have done something there. Oh well. We'll see how this works. Jeez. Y'all listen to this. Yeah. So this is supposed to be A1. These top... Oh, I see what it is. I think these little grub screws may be tightened down too hard. Let's... See, is this the right diameter? Of course not. This may be it. There we go. At the very least, I'm going to loosen up these grub screws up here at the top. I don't know why there would be grub screws in this one. Alright. Let's investigate. Just one spring. Okay. Sorry guys, I was planning on doing like a good bit of this before starting the video today, but just didn't happen. Let's see, only one spring in there too. That's weird. But what happened when I said earlier was just as I was getting ready to start really setting up for today. This isn't the right one. My neighbor, elderly neighbor, she came over. The one whose husband passed away right back before Thanksgiving. She came up here to the shop and asked me to help her out. She had a nail in her tire, so I wound up taking the tire off her car, the wheel off her car, and taking it down to the tire shop and getting it fixed for her. Brought it back, put it on, pulled all kinds of muscles, and now I'm back. So that's why we got the late start today. Come on. Okay, nope, not in there. Well, last one shouldn't be giving me a problem though. So yeah, when we get done with this, I've got lunch already inside, and I'm gonna go in and lay flat on my back in front of the television. Okay, so why am I not moving here? See if the master key will move. Jeez. This is frustrating. Guys, I'm sorry about this. Sorry, I'm looking for another driver thingy for that. Probably. Let's look in the bag of tricks here. There. Let's see. These going to be metric. Freedom. Metric or freedom? Which ones? Let's try a freedom unit first. Nope, not that one, too big. Nope. So metric. Let's see, is it this one? That sucks. That's too big. Those are the same size. Trying to figure out why. This daggone thing is so tight that it won't even. See, so that's 1.5. That's just slightly too small, or that one's stripped out because it did these others. Let me back these screws up a bit. That's what I'm trying to do, is back these screws up a bit. Let's see if I've got a small flathead. I believe I do over here. Yep. Ken, I agree with you. We I saw a little police type sticker or banner or whatever you want to call it, and it said, "In God we trust, all others we run through NCIC." And that's pretty much the way I feel about technology too. So yeah, I don't care for private companies listening in on me. Of course, I understand the entire theory that if I don't like a private company, I can go elsewhere. I get that. I understand that. However, don't come in listening to my private conversations. You know, if I have an argument with the mooch, I don't need you to suggest counselors or financial aid to me. Guys, we may have to start on this one from scratch. Arg. Actually, you know what? Let me... Give me just a second. All right, James, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to sneak out for a second, too. Everybody who needs coffee or a refill of whatever you're drinking or a smoke break or whatever, go run do that. Let me get back in just a few minutes with you. All right, so... Be back in 5 minutes. All right, there we go. All right, y'all can keep chatting, of course, but let's be back in 5 minutes. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I desperately had to go pay a water bill. So anyway, let's see here. All right, Anthony. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see you later, Anthony. Good luck with that Earl deadbolt. That's a good. I've seen that. I think Jason had a video of one of those a long, long time ago. But that's probably got some classic. That's some classic. Yeah, hardware. That was the word. Yeah, no, I didn't go fishing. Throwing this guy aside, I don't know what the heck is wrong with him, but I'm going to start over with this one. I'm going to have a lot to clean up. And then that way I can have two. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, that's a sea keyway. Guy that officer that works for me now, when he worked for the sheriff's department, the sheriff's department that he worked for did only the things that are required of sheriff's departments by our state's laws, because each state is different, and they did not respond to calls for service. There's a rural county police that does that here. And so anyway, when he was working there, he told me that he actually had a folding fishing rod and collapsible tackle box that he kept in his patrol car for slower days. So I've not gotten to that point yet, but there is a river just within walking distance of me, actually. It'd be about a 10-minute walk to get down here to the river to go fishing. Yeah, Ken, the door, I know it could use some grease, but I don't know, I like it. I like it squeaky. And the reason I do is I can tell immediately when somebody's trying to open it up. It just, I don't know, it's a security feature. It's like in my house, there are a couple doors in the house that could be lubricated on the hinges, and it would sound a lot better, but at the same time, I wouldn't know when anyone was opening them. So let's see here. Get that out of the way. All right, so we're on A1, and our lowest cut's going to be 3. We need to bring it up to a 5, so that would be a 3 cut. Our number 3 pin, which is 210. Right here. 210, and then a number 2 master pin, which would be a 030. Tiny master pin. Okay, so let's look at That's our, and the last one would be a 4, so that'd be a 225. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order some 225 pins. Okay, so that is with our change key in there. Figured on that to hold everything in place, and then hopefully with the master key, yep, you can see that one chamber is the one that's sticking up because of that master wafer. Okay. Let's see, I've taken the 6 pin out of there. All right. Locks up. There. And of course, if I was doing this for a living, I would have plenty of pins and probably not have to worry about doing the doing the top pins on it. So let's try it. Change key works. And then our master key works. Sweet. Sweet. I think we may be cooking with gas here now. And of course this one has a little clip on the back of it. So we'll just pull that off real quick. Look at the bitting on that. I mean, gum, that's a nice bitting there. Torch, yep. You know, back in the day when I was working patrol instead of a desk job, I never had a mannequin in the car. I didn't have enough room. I did always keep a spare uniform. But yeah, I think if I had to go back to patrol, this one's already mastered. If I did have to go back to patrol, I would definitely look at keeping a mannequin in the car. Let's see here. Okay. Now, I'm going to do 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, and 225. $195. And yes, I realize that the easy way to do this would be to have a program that generated the bidding sheets and everything. And then 3 will be the next one. So that's a 210. Just using software to generate all this, and then let's see, 4 is 225 again, and then storing that. That way you'll have something, I would have something to refer back to on the system. And then we'll do a number 2 master wafer. And the 5th chamber. Alrighty. Let's check 2A. Alright. And 5th one. Alrighty. And some pins to spit up. And there, on the fifth one, that master wafer comes right up. Okay, put that there. It's here. It's here. There we go. All right, so our second change key works. Master key works. Now, let's label these real quick. So we've got a 1, a 2, and a. Alrighty, let's see how this comes out. A. Master. Works the master. A2 does not. A1 does not. Master works A1. And the master works A2. A little bit grabby. Okay, there we go. A2. A1 key works A1, but does not work A2. A2 does not work A1, but it does work A2. So, there we friggin' are. Woo! We did it. Ha! Ha! Let's see. Hey, Ronald. Good morning. Yes, I love the movie Airplane. I love it. That's like probably my third favorite movie of all time, and at least my very first favorite comedy of all time. We're on instruments up here. Now all together. Thank you, Miko. Glad you're joining in. So yes, we did that. 5 minutes. No, not in the be back in 5 minutes. We were back in about 7 minutes. So I took, as a recap, I took this pre-cut key that I had here with the bitting of 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And then I made two sub keys from it. And I made the 4, 2, 2, 3, 4 the master key. And then I made a change key of 4, 2, 2, 5, 4. And a second change key of 4, 2, 2, 3, 6, which allows the AA key to open AA, A1, and A2. A1 only opens A1, A2 only opens A2. So very, very cool. I think my poor little brain is getting a grasp on this. Maybe. Just maybe. Let's pull this around here. Because we've been going for an hour and a half. My back is killing me. Seriously. Like, when I went to wrench off one of the lug nuts, I remembered why they call it wrenching your back out. and the cold weather out here is not helping it. But I can still move. I'm okay. And I can still comprehend basic master keying, which is awesome. This video would have been over like 30 minutes ago had I not had 2 cylinders that did not want to cooperate. But yeah. Anywho. So yeah, we did it. Got it keyed up and everything. Keys cut for them. How confident do I feel as far as my locksmith exam? I think I understand it on paper better than I understand it like hands-on, if that makes any sense. Because again, from the study guide, it says that the test really only focuses on basic master keying principles. So you would have to have, your bidding list, which basically tells you if you have a master key of AA, it tells you how many A1 through A whatever you can have for change keys. And remember, in the field, if you have a key or have a lock keyed to A1, it doesn't have to be just one particular lock. It could be, say, all the locks on one floor, and then AA could be the master to all the locks on that building. Or maybe A1 is all the locks on one hallway, and if you have 4 hallways on one floor, then AA is the master key to all of that. Also, the other thing to remember with master keying is that it inherently makes locks less secure, so that they're easier to pick for one thing. These locks that I made today, there probably would not be much difference picking them, just because two chambers would be have master wafers, and they've got the really thin 030 master wafers in them. So that really wouldn't make that much of a difference picking, considering everything else we've got in there. With the ups and downs and all that good stuff. But you've got to remember that. And then also remember that if you were to introduce a random key to a master key system, it would throw off the whole bidding plan, and you could potentially create a ghost key, which would be a key that you meant to be a change key, but winds up being some form of master key where it opens a bunch more locks than what you wanted it to. So that basically is what I'm pretty sure the test is going to ask as far as master keying. So I think I've got a pretty good grasp. The hands-on part is the part that that I really want to know about, because I can read a book and listen to somebody else talk about it, and I'll understand it on paper. Translating that into manual skills is a different story sometimes. And then, of course, anything with mathematics, I'm not as bad as I used to be. But, it used to be 2 + 2 equaled potato. Now it's 2 + 2 equals 4 potato. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Um, let's see. See, you got some Schlags and some Russians to do that too. Okay. Okay. Um, I've actually met a couple Russian locksmiths. Worked down in Charlotte. That's interesting. There's a lot of Russian people who have immigrated to this, like my state, like around this area. Most of them are truck drivers. Um, but this morning I went to Walmart and there were a couple Russian guys looking at cookware in the kitchen section. Oh well. Anyway. Alrighty guys. It is noon 30 here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. That way I can go in and eat some lunch and rest my poor back. In case if you don't watch the earlier parts of the video, I pulled changing the or removing and then replacing the wheel on my neighbor's car. I managed to pull that muscle that runs like from your shoulder blade straight down the side of your spine on the left side. So I'm feeling that right now out here in the cold. And so I'm going to go in and get some lunch and lay flat on my back and watch some television with the cats. Because it's kind of cold out here. Well, it's cold out here in the shop. It's 50 degrees out here in the shop still. Supposed to warm up tomorrow significantly, but we're also supposed to have pretty good chance of severe weather. So hopefully it'll stay to the east of where I am. But I don't know. I'm still kind of in a flat area, and they are calling for possibility of tornadoes. So anyway, hopefully, let's see, what's for lunch? Today for lunch is some hot wings that the grocery store made, which are much better than the ones I've been making. I just have to admit that they are. But they're good and they're cheap and easy because all I've got to do is reheat them. Now for dinner today, no, there's no corned beef cooking today. Although I would like to make corned beef one day, like actually corn the beef in the fridge. Takes like 6 days in that salt solution. Blah blah blah. I would like to do that one day. I mean, I like corned beef, but that's a lot of beef to make. I guess I could share it. Maybe. But for dinner tonight, anyway, it's going to be fried pork chops. Breaded and fried pork chops with some gravy and then scalloped potatoes, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what I got for my side. Which I'll make the scalloped potatoes are one of those, throw it in the microwave and leave it for a while. But the pork chops I'll be making from scratch. And I've got to get to work on my oven at some point because my broiler element stopped working last week. And it's a big disappointment because I like using the broiler. Using the broiler, you can put that finishing touch on a lot of things. And it went out on me last week. So I've been over on the appliance repair Reddit group and gotten some good advice. I need to get a multimeter so I can check and see what's exactly wrong because according to them, it could either be the broiler element itself, the temperature sensor or the control board, and just based on the symptoms that I gave them. So we'll see. We'll start with the broiler element first. It's expensive. A new broiler element's like $90 for my oven. But I need to have it. So anyway, let's look here. Get yourself a foam roller. Yeah. Either that, Ken, or I've thought about like getting a mirror system to where I can lay flat on my back and look up and have a mirror and aim a laser pointer at my back and have the kitties run up and down it. And it's kind of cool inside the house for the past couple days. So the cats have just gravitated straight towards me, to steal my warmth from me. So maybe if I lay on my stomach for a while, they'll pile up on my back, and maybe that'll be enough weight. But definitely a hot shower and maybe some ibuprofen. A little bit of liquid analgesic. That'll help. Let's see. Goat yoga. Hey, Pete. Yeah, we're just getting ready to wrap up here for the day. G Man, what were you talking about with Russwin? Oh, you were talking about Russwin, not Russians. Well, do your Russians speak with Russian accent? That is the question. I can do accents sometimes. I didn't say I could do them well, though. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Pete, I know you're just getting here. It's the tail end of it. Hope you go back and watch it. I master keyed some cylinders without the use of computers. So I think that's going to be it for today. Yep. I'll probably post some pictures of the pork chops later. Post pictures of the pork chops. Yeah. Post pictures of the pork chops. Post cooking. There we go. All right. I need to go, guys. Alrighty. Not wearing green. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm wearing green now. There we go. Yep, I've got green on me now. I'm safe. I am safe today, Ken. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hot shower kind of day, and lay as flat as I can. Yeah, torch. Russians, I actually met a Russian guy the other day, and he was probably the most jovial Russian I've ever met. And I met a bunch of them. Like I said, where I'm stationed, I come into contact with a lot of different people, and some of you that I've talked to privately know exactly where I'm stationed in and know what I'm referring to with this. I can't talk about it on an open broadcast like this, but I meet like a lot of people who are foreign, a lot of truck drivers sometimes. No, I'm not a bathroom attendant at a truck stop. No. Mm-mm. They could pay me $500 an hour, and that still wouldn't be enough. Um, anyway, but yeah, actually Monday I met a guy who was he was Russian or maybe Ukrainian, somewhere in that Eastern Bloc area, and he was laughing and cutting up and telling jokes and smiling, and I mean, as much as you can tell somebody smiling, with a mask on these days, but comes in handy when you want to make faces at people. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, see, saw that tape and knew the future. Okay. Yep. Privyet. Okay. The only Russian that I know to speak is the Russian from the movie Hunt for Red October, and I know that Russian is so deeply off kilter that you can't even go by it. The Hunt for Red October is another one of my favorite movies. But I can, people hate watching it with me because I can recite every line. My best friend is the same way. He and I and a few other friends years ago started watching it, and all the other friends got up and left because we apparently ruined it for them by reciting every single line. But yes, Russian would be cool to learn. I actually would like to learn that. Spanish around here is more useful. But Russian, again, Russian is a not a dominant language, but it is a more common language than it was, say, 10 years ago. So, anyway, alrighty. Folks, appreciate y'all being here. We've sat around, we've squandered another hour and 42 minutes. I'm going to hop off of here, and I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, I'm actually right at 1,000 subscribers. I was actually up to like 1,005 the other day, and then I had 5 unsubscribed from me. So I think what I need to do is make some standalone videos, but I'll just have to, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that here in a couple weeks when I get a 3-day weekend for the Easter holiday. So if y'all wouldn't mind, send me some ideas, like Twitter, email, text message, for those of you who have it. Send me some ideas about some standalone videos that y'all think I could do, or y'all would like to see me do. I really appreciate that. Anytime y'all suggest anything, like today, the Master King thing was suggested by Night Owl. I posted on Twitter last night asking for suggestions for today. And he said, well, what's the next chapter in your study guide? And I said, Master King. And he said, well, that should be easy enough for you to do with your pinning kit and some Schlage cylinders. And it was. I mean, once I got past the stubborn butt logs that I pulled out to start with, it was pretty easy. It was pretty cool. And so anyway, please send me your ideas, either for live or for standalone videos. I would like some, but and I'll try my best to do it. But anyway, let's go ahead and Pete, I've noticed that too. Like, subscribers appear and disappear. I've seen that before. myself, actually. But then there are channels I've been subscribed to literally for years. Like I have a personal account that I don't post any videos to. That is just sort of my everything but locks account. And there are channels on there I've been subscribed to literally for over 10 years now. And I'll just disappear off of them. Like they won't show up anymore. But other or no, they'll still be there. The ones I've been subscribed to for 10 years will still be there. The ones that I subscribed to like within the past year won't show up. And it's kind of, I don't know, kind of disconcerting. I know Twitter does that too sometimes, but I don't keep track of my Twitter account as much as I do my YouTube account. So anyway, folks, all right, let's finish it up. Y'all have a great St. Patrick's Day. Don't drink too much. If you do drink too much, then call somebody who can drive you home. Don't eat too much corned beef if you have gout. But anyway, stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Yeah, I really appreciate support after the Twitter post I made Saturday, by the way. That was about the most I've ever opened up on anything really, really personal. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all's support on that. So anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay out of trouble.